welcome inside the High School Huddle, along with Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans as we get set for the 2025 football season. Scrimmages and games are right around the corner, and today we'll be talking about the Union Red Hawks.
That still sounds weird.
It still sounds weird. We'll talk Union after we hear from our good friends at Red River Roofing.
Searching for a roofing company you can trust? Red River Roofing Siding and Windows has been protecting Oklahomans for a quarter century. Call today for a free inspection.
No. Union Red Hawks, we've been talking about new head coach. And Union Red Hawks, Coach Antonio Graham, he was familiar with Union. Last year we know about the run with Owasso. He goes back to where it all started for Coach Graham at Tulsa Union. And that's probably, I don't think Union had to go too far to find their guy.
No.
Like they didn't in Coach Graham.
Yeah, great coach, great guy, very successful.
Graduated there?
Yeah, I mean, I think his wife's an administrator there too in the district.
One game away from a state championship.
Yeah.
One play away.
One play away. One gutsy play.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
I told somebody. So was that a good play? I said, I don't know, but I wouldn't have had the guts to call it.
It worked. Yeah, it did work. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but outstanding football coach. He'll bring a lot of energy there. I think they're a year or two away to have the full Graham effect.
Yeah, and they have the biggest, most expensive stadium in the state.
Yeah, great facilities. But
great productions.
I think Coach Graham gets in there, gets some things established. I think this year's going to be a tougher year for Union than some of the past years,
and you will say that a lot of time when you're looking for your quarterback.
Right.
I think, and Coach Graham says it's a dead heat. I think Skyler Mormon, the Collinsville's quarterback last year and the year before, had some injuries and has moved over to the Union area. I think it's his. We'll see how it plays out. But Coach Graham says it's a dead heat. So
he's a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
He just hasn't seen week in and week out that 6A1 talent.
We'll see here in a second.
And the speed.
Yeah.
And and I mean and there's difference. There's a difference.
Yeah. He's thrown for 3,000 yards in his career.
Oh, he's a good quarterback.
But as you said, it is a difference.
It's different.
Dylan Taylor, the other quarterback that's competing for some time there, 6 foot, 175 pounds. So. Skyler Mormon, a year ago in the 5A level, he had some injuries with him and Scott Rigby at Collinsville. We'll see how he plays over at Union as we take a look at their schedule. And if you're Tulsa Union, you're going to have a tough schedule. So we'll do that. We'll also take a look at what we think might happen. I know Union fans are like, we don't want to see those records. But we'll see how it plays out. Union a year ago, 8-3 overall. They'll start the year over at Bentonville, Arkansas. And then got some good teams there in a row with Stillwater, 6A2 contender, and the Jinx Trojans. Of course, Union and Jinx know all about each other. And then Santa Fe, Owasso. Coach Graham goes against his old team in the 5th game of the year for them. And then they'll make Norman North, Yukon, Broken Arrow, improved team this year, Westmore, and finish up the year with Edmond Memorial, who was in the semifinals last year. So, as you see, a great schedule for Union this season. And all three of us have 6-4.
Yeah, and I told you before we came on, I said it just feels weird to say that.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it just does. But I think, even with the kid coming over from Collinsville, who's had good years in 5A football, I think he will end up being the starter. There's going to be some adjustments for him. I mean, just athletes, it's going to be different. New coach in, I know it's a total stranger to Union, obviously, but that's going to be an adjustment as well. And you look at the rest of the roster, they just don't have those cats that stand out as much as some of the other programs. So I've got them losing to Bentonville, who lost in the 7A state championship game last year, did beat them head up in week 1.
Great game a year ago.
Great game.
Overtime.
Yeah, overtime game. But
Union winning that one.
Yeah, Bentonville goes on to lose in the state championship game in 7A by 2 points. So that's going to be a tough game for them.
And Union looking for revenge against Stillwater?
Looking for revenge against Stillwater. I think they'll get that revenge.
Another overtime game.
Another overtime game. Jinx, I don't think they've got the cast to match up with Jinx. I think Owasso clips them, and I think Broken Arrow gets them as well.
We have 6-4, Ronnie, but, you beat Bentonville, Arkansas last year. Year in, year out, you're going to beat Stillwater. Jinx is a rival game, so it's a little bit different this year. But Owasso, Coach Graham against his old team. Owasso now with Coach Blankenship. Broken Arrow with Travis Hill, the coach over there. So this, 6-4 can be. Well, I really think that might be the bottom end. For Union fans, I hope that's the case. But it could be an 8-2.
Could be 7-3
if Coach Graham had a year like he did last year at Owasso.
Well, hell, it could be 9-1 if he has that year. But it's just they're going to be a good football team. They'll be competitive. Coach Graham's going to bring them along. I do think they're a year away from really the full Coach Graham effect. I mean, guys, we got to be honest about it. If you're going in and you don't have a clear leader at QB, that sets you behind.
Yeah.
It just does. I'm not taking anything away from the two kids that are competing.
Now, Bixby has shown that you can win with a 2-quarterback system. They won't be doing it this year. But
right. And Bixby's offensive schemes give me a headache just watching them. So, Union, I think that they'll be in the playoffs. They'll be.
I got a preseason number 5.
Yeah, they'll be there. They're a top 5 team. I just think their schedule lends itself to some losses.
Yeah.
Well, they're. I've been high on Union the last several years, and it's just been kind of disappointment of a season for them. So coming into this year, when you don't have a quarterback established, if you want to win at 6A, you got to have a good quarterback and a good offensive line. And they have a good offensive line. They don't have a quarterback. So being up on them the last several years with really good quarterback and Shaker Isaac, and then not having a quarterback this year, so I think 6-4 is right for me right now before seeing anything. But yeah, just being up on a high pedestal the last several years, and now this season not having that high pedestal anymore, so we'll see what happens.
They do have a pretty good defense, and they'll have to rely heavy on that defense to help them out, especially early on. And they
are going to run a pro-style offense, like an air raid attack. They're going to get out and spread the ball around.
Drew Frankenfield.
Yeah, they're going to go get it done.
We saw it last year.
So I'm talking myself into a better record than 6-4 the more we keep talking. But, regardless of what the regular season record is, they're going to be in the playoffs. They'll make a run.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And, Coach Graham will get them going. It might take a little bit to get going for them. But you never know. If you get playing with confidence, and like Owasso did last year under Coach Graham, things roll quick.
Beautiful thing about high school kids is they got short memories. And they all think, every high school kid in the state of Oklahoma thinks they're going 14-0 right now. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Well, we wish the Union Red Hawks the best of luck. I'm not saying the other name because it's engraved in my
trouble.
I'm thinking about it. Red Hawks.
In trouble.
So be sure to check this show out every single Wednesday night at 6 o'clock of the football season. We'll talk this and a whole bunch of other great stuff as well throughout the year. YouTube.com/High School Huddle. 6 o'clock Wednesday night. Best of luck to the Red Hawks.
Red Hawks.
We'll talk to you next time here on the High School Huddle.